Hi, this is Kim Watson. Welcome to Friday's live trading. At this stage, well, the market's just doing a little bit of a bit of a reversal from where they were sort of sitting earlier on. I did the outlook this morning, and the likes of the euro dollar here was looking quite bearish. Looked like it might have even just continued to roll through there, but at the moment it's just literally put a bullish engulfing in. Can't really do too much with this at the moment. It's there's news due in around about 32 minutes, so we'll be waiting for that on the euro there. It may have a little bit of a knock-on effect on the pound. The pound's also putting in a bit of a reversal, so perhaps we're seeing going to see across this market with a bit of dollar softening. We've seen the yen push down at the moment. What would make for a trade on these markets? Well, because they've been going, particularly the pound here, been heading south here. For the pound, I'd need to be waiting until it gets back above that 60-minute 50. If we get back above that territory, it may give us a trade longer. It's sort of in this had been in this sort of trend coming down here. Needs to break that trend effectively for me to be sitting long. Otherwise, I'm still on the short. Got a short view. We'll see what happens, as I say, with this news coming out from Germany. It might just give us a bit of a kicker across these European markets. The euro is a bullish engulfing candle at the moment. It's just run into its 60-minute 50. It could roll from that sort of area. We'll wait and see. So for now, I'm just going on to put the recording here on pause, but we will be back. So we've been sitting here patiently waiting for news out on the euro dollar this morning. It's just come in. The GDP figures for Germany came in at minus 2.2 versus minus 2.2 quarter on quarter. Year on year minus 2.3 versus minus 2, so looking quite poorly at the moment. So it really confirms a technical recession for the Germans. So there we are, technical recession, and possibly more to happen, but just still waiting here to see how this shapes up. It is the euro has held. Looking across a couple of other pairs here, we've been looking at Euro Aussie this morning and looking to see, but that's actually taken a bit of a bounce. It actually looks more gone the opposite way, if anything, at this stage. So again, patience needed at this stage. Okay, so looking at the pound yen actually here now I'm looking at it and got a recorder on. It may not trigger, but nice downward trend here on the dailies, on the daily side of things. Nothing to put me off there. 4 hourlies, it's actually done a bear flag sort of picture here and looking soft, like it's actually broken that. It's triggering down and it's rolling off here. So just actually clicking the sell button at this point here, so selling the pound yen with a 20 pip stop, looking at a target of probably initially of the S1. I'll take some there, but looking at daily, let's get back to the daily. Here we go, this daily S1, but really looking to see if I can push some through to these prior lows here. So short on the pound yen, 20 pip stop. Okay, sorry, I just realised I hadn't recorded the first part of it. After a long while, we eventually saw the first target here at 130.40 hit. We're sitting around. In fact, I may cut this where we're sitting. I'm just looking. I was looking at the prior lows here, around these sort of prior lows, to see if we've got to move down to, we're actually down to that 130.26 area, but maybe I'm just asking a little too much on Friday. But we'll make a decision very soon whether to cut this. I may just be aggressive with the stop as opposed to just cutting it here. But at the moment I've moved the stop down to 81, so we started off at 91, we moved the stop to 81, taken half off at 130.40. Well, actually mine was 130.41 actually, because I was busy looking at something else at the time. So 130.41 was where I've taken half off, and just sitting there now waiting to see if this runs over. But with these prior lows, and I'm just sort of thinking, well, we had buy support around this area before. Maybe it'll act again. If we look across at what the pound's doing at the stage, the pound's just dropped down, and well, it'd be nice if it pushed down. Yeah, it also finally hit its S1. I was talking about this morning. It was a sort of option to look at, but it didn't give us the right risk reward when we was looking at it. So it was less than 1 to 1. So maybe this will help us out a little bit more now if it just drops down, and will give us the result we would like on the pound yen. In fact, the pound, actually, we're just doing some analysis on the bigger time frames. It's been quite good this week. We just come through here, lower highs, lower lows generally, all sitting quite nicely through there. So it's a similar picture, but to trade the pound dollar, as I said, the risk reward wasn't good. The actual price action has not been that great this morning so far. Well, it's probably done a bit better now, but it may actually help us through here. Just looking at the dollar yen, it's the other part of my trade really effectively. Dollar yen's had a bit more of a mix all week. We were looking at this in terms of potential if it starts pushing low south and maybe breaking this. Maybe we could see a break back down to that 106 area, which is a possibility. Looking at a sort of equal waves that throws almost, it could come down towards that region, but probably leave that until next week as a bit of interest. But aside of that, then looking back at the pound yen, then it certainly seemed a good idea to leave the euro alone today. The pound yen is currently just on the dailies here, just coming into that right sort of territory, and not too far away now. We're only about 4 pips away, but if it dances around here and doesn't get down here again, I will cut this short. Okay, so we've sat here patiently, and eventually it's rolled over. It may, of course, now roll beyond and beyond, but target here is it's a funny thing with targets. I was just talking about this. It's a bit of an arbitrary target when you're looking at this 130.26. Why there? Why not somewhere else? And I just literally picked the bodies of the candles. We see this happen quite a lot. The body of the candle, as opposed to the tail of the candles, become a target. I'm watching cable roll over. It's getting a little bit oversold as I talk. That may now, of course, there's potential that may roll, but bounce rather from where it is. But I'm quite happy in terms of the overall position here. We've whatever we've taken out of that trade, we've done it with. Okay, so 45 pips on second half of that trade, I believe. He's quickly taking 26 away from 71. It looks around about 45 to me. So that's Friday's trading really over. Be interested in your comments in terms of targets, how you look at targets, because targets are always a key thing here. My first target was a statistical target of the S1. It's got either the S1 or the R1s. There's around about 86% chance one or the other will be hit in the daytime. As it's trending down here, the probability was looking good for the S1, of course. Second target, though, was a bit arbitrary. Is a case of where do you put your second targets? Do you come out? Okay, we could be looking at the bigger time frame, but we'll probably be double bottoming here at some stage with potentially some divergence. We'll see, but it is pretty close into a weekly S2 as well. Support end of the week. We'll see, but be interested in your comments. Okay, that's the end of my roll up for Friday's video. Have a great weekend, guys, and I'll catch you in 2 weeks' time. Charlie's doing next one. Bye for now.